your intermittent fasting routine might be doing the opposite of what you want. Instead of burning fat, it could be burning you out. In today's video, we are diving into the hidden link between fasting and cortisol, the stress hormone. Because here's the thing, fasting is a stressor on the body, a good one when used wisely. But stacking this on top of the chaotic schedule, high coffee intake, little sleep, and no recovery time, that is when fasting stops helping and starts hurting you. Let's unpack what the science says and how to recognize the warning signs and how to adjust your routine so you can fast like a pro without stressing out your hormones. What is cortisol and why does it matter in fasting? Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. It naturally rises in the morning to help you wake up and then taper off throughout the day. That is if everything is balanced. Now, here is where fasting comes in. When you fast, especially in the morning, your body releases cortisol to mobilize stored energy like glucose and fat to keep you going. This is actually part of why fasting can be so effective. It encourages your body to use internal fuel sources. But if your body is already stressed from work and to eating, over-exercising, or not sleeping, that cortisol boost from fasting becomes excessive. So your system goes from adaptive stress to chronic stress. And chronically high cortisol can lead to increased belly fat, especially around the midsection. This also can lead to muscle breakdown, sleep disturbances, sugar cravings, and fatigue and burnout. So now, when is fasting really help you versus when is it hurting you? Let's break this down with a comparison. When fasting helps cortisol, you've slept 7 to 8 hours. You are well hydrated and calm. You are doing gentle movement like walking, no high-intensity interval training. Your fasting window is between 12 to 16 hours max. And then you break your fast with high-protein meal. Now, when fasting hurts cortisol, you've slept less than 6 hours. I'm guilty of that, but I'm getting better. You skip meals but drink tons of coffee. You do intense workouts while fasting. You push fasting windows past 18 to 20 hours regularly. You experience mood swings, fatigue, or sugar crashes. And I feel so highly energized right now. You can tell, right? It is almost 7 p.m. and I'm still going. And what time did I stop eating yesterday? I think yesterday I stopped around 9 p.m. So probably it's a little late. That's why I'm not feeling hungry. But anyway, I will still respect the protocol and go eat my veggies, my high protein meals, my healthy fats, right? Drink plenty of water with electrolytes, right? And then before I start my next cycle. So just do that. Listen to your body. Today, my body is telling me I'm not hungry, so I keep going. But if I were to be hungry, I will definitely get up right away and stop it recording and go eat and come back. So let's keep going. Now, what is the science behind fasting and cortisol levels? Research published in obesity reviews shows that intermittent fasting can lower your insulin and improve your metabolic markers, but only when stress is managed properly. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that fasting raises cortisol acutely, especially in women with already high stress level or low calorie intake. This is why many women report stalling fat loss or increased anxiety when fasting aggressively without proper support. The bottom line, fasting is hormetic stressor. Small doses will make you stronger, but too much can tip the scales towards burnout. Now, how to know if your cortisol is too high? If you are experiencing any of the following, your cortisol may be out of balance. Waking up early tired despite 7 to 8 hours of sleep, crashing around 3 p.m. Are you craving salty or sugary snacks? Pay attention to your body. Are you having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep? Are you having increased belly fat despite fasting and exercise? Are you feeling wired but tired? If feeling any of those, you want to pay attention to your body. Now, how to adjust your fasting to lower your cortisol level? Here are my top recommendations. However, make sure you check with your doctor. All right, start with a 12-hour fasting, 12 hours eating. This is gentle and still very effective. Next, don't fast after a poor night of sleep. Sleep deprivations will spike up your cortisol. Next, you want to hydrate first thing in the morning with water plus electrolytes. Now, you want to add a walk before breaking your fast to gently lower your cortisol and support fat burn. Some studies recommend to do a quick workout or walking in the morning way before you eat. So that helps too. So break your fast with protein, fiber, and healthy fats to support stable blood sugar. Now, cycle your fasting days. Consider 2-3 days a week of longer fasting and rest on the others. I'm hungry early on during my fasting window. So what I do, instead of stretching until 3 p.m., I might stop at 11 or 12 and then fuel my body. Or even if I have to stop at 10 o'clock. You know what? Because I am not fasting to punish myself. I'm fasting for a better lifestyle. So you can do the same too. All right, let's globetrot a little bit. My favorite part is cultural insight when it comes to stress and fasting in spiritual contexts. In spiritual fasting, like during Ramadan, Lent, or Ekadashi in Hinduism, the focus is not just on restriction, but mindfulness, rest, prayer, and reflection. In these traditions, fasting is balanced with rest and minimal physical output. That is the key takeaway for us, right? Fasting is not meant to be aggressive or punishing. It is about intentional reset, not self-depletion. All right, if you've been fasting but feeling more tired, bloated, or stuck, let's fix that. I offer one-on-one clarity calls to help you craft a fasting and wellness routine that supports your goal without burning you out. Click here to book a one-on-one fasting strategy call with me directly. Get the clarity your hormones and body have been craving for. And if you are curious about which foods to break your fast with or how to do a 3-day juice reset for the liver, you will love what is coming up. Next video in the fasting playlist has 3 phases of liver detox plus juice recipes for each. We are talking science here and smoothies, so make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video right here.